When the beat drop, I'ma give it straight to him like, give it to him, 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 give it to him. Now slide to the beat like, give it to him, give it to him, give it to him, give it to him.
Hey guys, I'm in a video making mode right now. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. I've just done one video, that's why I look the same. I'm currently exporting content for you lot. Do you know what I mean? Always working, work rate moving crazy, babes. Do you know what I mean? Because I like to give you lot content. I like to speak with y'all, fucks with y'all, help y'all, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But yeah, welcome back to my channel, guys. Thanks for fucking with a real bitch. Thanks for fucking with me, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified every time I drop a video. Yeah? Because you need to watch my content. You need to like my content. You need to make sure you share the content. Do you understand? You have to just, you gotta help a bitch win. I can't win if you don't help me. You understand? I need y'all to help a bitch win. You understand? Because what we got out here right now is not what we need. We need me. We need me. Yeah? We need me. Not this caca foolishness that's going on in fucking Dubai and this one and that one and exposing side chick and this one and this side chick is exposing this and this track and everything. I can't anymore. Yeah? Just, you know, normal people, voice of the streets kind of, you know, people like ZZ Mills I like ZZ Mills, you know, very opinionated, very, what's the word, controversial, is that the right word? I think that's the right word, but yeah, I like her opinions, I like how she speaks, you know, things like that, you know, discussions, you know, people, intellectual shit, bro, do you understand? Like, not some dumb shit all the time, just filling up your head with passa. Anyways, boom, enough of me chatting shit to you lot. This is not why you're here. You understand? This video is one of my more serious videos, more of my to help people videos. You know, I do a mixture of stuff on my channel. I just do whatever I like, and you know, this one is more of my serious videos. It's I'm gonna talk about domestic violence. It's a big topic that's not spoken about enough, to be honest, especially on men with domestic violence, but even with women, it's not spoken about enough. It's not, you know, it's not brought to light, if that makes sense. And I've been seeing it on social media where a lot of celebrities as well are like, they've gone on live and they're in incidents, or, you know, example, Megan Thee Stallion got shot in her foot, like that Octavian, that girl with domestic violence, like all these things. I'm seeing quite a few things with domestic violence, and I just thought I'd speak on it. A couple months ago, my friend also was in the same kind of situation. I tried to help her as well. I've been through domestic violence as well myself, so I get it, you know what I mean, physically and mentally, I get it. It doesn't matter how big you are, how bad you are. It doesn't matter if you're a man, woman, it can happen to you. It doesn't matter. Do you understand? Like, it don't matter. And if it's happening to you, that don't make you weak. That don't make you a pussy-hole. That don't mean nothing. Do you understand? That doesn't mean anything. It means that you're going through a bad time right now. That's what it is. This isn't, domestic violence isn't a joke. It's not funny. It's not to be laughed at. It's not like you don't laugh at that. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. So I just thought I'd do this video because I speak on my experience and how I dealt with it. And, you know, the situation itself would have to be a story time because there is so much that happened. It's mad. But I'll give you brief bits and bobs about it, and try and explain in the best way I can. Domestic violence with me, it ruined my whole fucking life. Mine was quite severe where, like I always say, you don't talk to the police when you're from the roads, do you understand? Because you don't, but there's certain things that you can call police for. I've always said this: if you're raped, domestic violence, or if like you're fiddled with, do you know what I mean, as a child, anything like that, paedophilia, all them things there, you can call police for. You understand? Because I've always said that. But you don't call the police on strippiness. You understand? Like, you don't do that. But yeah, anyways, my situation was a bit like, it was fucked still. I was in hospital. Like I said it in a previous video, I said it was a big situation. It was more of the mental thing at first. It was mental at first. It was, people always say, yeah, like, before I was in that situation, it's hard to explain, like, before I was in that situation, I used to sit there and look at people, like, when they was in domestic violence, like, bitch, how the fuck can't you leave? Like, is you fucking stupid? Like, bitch, leave, like, you fucking dumb? Like, I never thought it could happen to me. Like, I swear to God, I thought, no, I would never let a man run me like this. Like, this man run me like this, like, thump me that dead. Like, I never ever think it can't happen to you, because trust me, it can happen to you. Yeah? No, listen, reality don't skip nobody. You understand? Reality don't skip not a soul. You understand? So, when I went through it, it was, first of all, like, everything was great. It was cool, it was calm, it was, you know, it was fine. Then it was more of the mental shit, you understand? So, like, I would be in my house, and I'd have candles, and he would turn up outside my house and shout through my letterbox, like, I know you're in there with man, I know you're da-da-da-da-da. And I'd be in there by myself. Like, if you know me, I love candles, I like scented shit, I like to have bubble baths. Like, I'm all about calming vibe, you understand? So when you're coming up, when I'm trying to calm my vibe and you're coming through my door, not even coming, you're shouting through my letterbox, it was always a mental abuse thing at first. And then when I had enough, and I would put that to him, like, because I'm used to talking, you understand? Like, that's, when you're in a relationship, you talk about shit. If you don't like it, you talk about it. That's how I am, in it. Like, so I'm like, rah, you're treating me like this and I don't like it, you understand? And if you know me, I'm very mouthy and I'm very opinionated, and I don't feel no way to tell you how I feel. So I was like, oh, I don't like how you're treating me, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not nice. Then it got to the physical thing where he just banged me in my face once because I was being rude. I was like, no, you're manipulating the situation. You always come in here, you're shouting the odd, you're always trying to make me feel bad for how I feel. Like, you're always trying to make me think, you're accusing me of shit 24/7. Like, you accuse me of shit 24/7 all the time. And then one day I was like, because he had the password to my phone, he had a key to my house, I was always with him. Like, it was just so jarring. Like, it was like, how? And then one day I was like, it must be you. You know, like, I was like, it must be you, because for someone to be this insecure, and they try and blame it on everyone else. Like, they're like, oh, it was because of my childhood. Oh, it's because my dad used to beat on my mum. Or they, like, do you know what I mean? And it's like, that's not an excuse. But when you're there and you're in that situation, love turn you full, innit? Like, love does turn you full, innit? When you try and look past that person, this other person, because you know what they can be. You understand? And that's what hurts you the most. Is like, I know what you can be, and you're just fucking violating me right now. Like, and I want you to be that person so bad, and you're not. And yeah, he would sit there and cry, like, tell me it was his dad that used to beat on his mum. He used to see that, blah blah blah. And it's just all bullshit. It was just bullshit. All of it was bullshit. But anyways, so at that point, I just had enough, and I was just like, do you know what? You're always accusing me. You're always thinking I'm doing stuff. Like, that sounds like a guilty conscience to me. So, let me see your phone. That's what I was like. And he was like, cool. Let me tell you, everything through that phone was squeaky clean. Squeaky clean. Not a message, not a call, not a person's name out attack. But something told me to go on the Snapchat memories. I went through the WhatsApp, I went through the Messenger, I went through the Instagram, I went through everything. There was not a thing in there. I went on the memories, and his face, whilst I clicked on that, dropped. Now, if you know how Snapchat is, it was the times when there was the pink flower filter. Now, you and I both know how Snapchat works, right? For my picture to be saved into your memories, I have to be with your phone. I have to physically do that snap with the filter and save it to your phone. Why is there a whole fucking collage of fucking... No, he had a whole fucking... What's that? Like a whole photo book, basically, of this bitch. I laughed. You know, I laughed. Because I see me. I've never been through something so tapped. Do you understand? Like, this guy was crazy. I looked at him, I laughed, I said, that's all I needed to see. Get your stuff and get out of my house. Get your stuff and get out of my house. You understand? Stop playing with me. I've never been grabbed so quick in my life. Man grabbed me by my throat and I was pushed up against the, my mirror, which is on my wall. And I remember I was like, bro, get the fuck off me. Like, you see me, one thing about me, I don't give a fuck if you're giving me a beating. I will talk my shit. You understand? Because what you're not about to do is think that you're going to get anything over me. You're not going to ever think you're going to box me and I'm going to pipe down. Never. That's not going to be the case. I'm going to still talk my same shit. I'm still going to fight to the death of me. You can bruck me up, but I promise you, you're going to leave with something. You're going to look in that mirror the next day and say, "Rah, she did get me though. She fought to the death of her." You understand? You're not about to just walk, and I'm still going to talk my same shit. I don't give a fuck. You see me? One thing about me, I don't care. I give zero fucks. Cool. So as that get off me, he's grabbed my throat, like, and he's tight. Like, you see, I've never felt something like that. It was like he was grabbing my Adam's apple. I don't even have, you know what I mean? Yeah, the female Adam's apple. It was like he was grabbing. I was like, oh, thinking about it. It was making me heave because I couldn't breathe. I couldn't breathe. I actually couldn't breathe, and I physically couldn't talk. I was trying to say, get off me, and I physically couldn't talk because it was like I've never felt anything like it. You understand? So the first thing I did was obviously just push him because I can't do you understand? And he's fell on top of the bed, yeah? I was like, fam, are you fucking mad? He's grabbed me and started banging me. Do you understand? Like, he started banging. I was on the bed. He's pulled me, like, turned me over and banging me now. Like, he's boom, 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 boom. Bro, I'm like this at this point. So I had pointed nails, and the only thing I could do, because my hands was down, because he's flipped me over. I'm there on the bed trying to not fucking drop. I put my hand and I've grabbed his balls. When I say I squeezed so hard, I didn't give no fucks. My aim was to hurt this guy. Do you understand that? Because I was like, fuck that. How are you going to sit there and do me like that? Do you understand that? I've caught you out. I told you to leave and you grabbed me by my throat. Are you fucking mad? Like, you're not about to take me out like this. That's dead. And B-side, my granddad just died. So I was vexed. I was so angry. Like, I was like, I'm going through all of this and this is what you've decided to do. Okay. Anyway, I had pointing nails. I grabbed him. I remember he screamed because I grabbed him by his... I've never heard such a high-pitched scream, but it got his ass off me. Let me tell you, it got his ass off me. And I remember I saw blood dripping down his thigh, yeah? And he was like, you bit me. I said, how the fuck did I bite you if you was banging me and I was like this? Do you understand? I was thinking, how did I bite? I said, no, I grabbed your boot. He dragged me off the... I couldn't even finish my sentence. He dragged me off the bed by my feet and started weighing me in, bro. Like, I can't lie to you. Like, it was boom, 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 boom. The guy tried to stuff socks in my mouth. I heard my teeth cracking in my fucking head. I was in my head, all I said was, he ain't gonna take you out. He ain't gonna take you out. And that's when I started. That's when he banged me more, because I started to say that to him. I can't lie, I was laying there. I said, the worst you can do is kill me, but my granddad won't let that happen. So do your thing, because eventually you're gonna have to go. That made me get boxed even more. You understand? That made me get clawed. I didn't give a fuck. Do you understand? And that's the thing. I don't care, fam. You're not about to have no form of power over me, bruv. I don't care. I'm not going to shut my mouth for you. Do you understand? I don't care. You can't beat me and think I'm going to just take it, bruv. That's dead. I don't give a fuck. You understand? I don't give a fuck. You're not about to violate like that. Do you understand? So I'm getting weighed in. That's fine. My ribs are all cracking at this point. And just was stamping on me, punching me. That's how my ribs cracked. 110%. The way he was jumping on me, you would have thought, nah. You would have thought he was, nah. he was stomping on a bug, like he was tread. I don't even mean to make a joke, but it was like he was stamping on a bug, like he trod on me. And then this was around about the time when that situation with DVS happened with that girl, and he got sentenced to like 20 something years. Yeah, and then he turned around and he said to me, this is when I knew he was officially tapped, and I knew that this was just like the end for me. He was like, what DVS did to that girl, I'm gonna do to you. I remember he tried to pull a wire underneath like my face, and I was pushing my arms down so he couldn't get it. He was trying to put the wire over my neck to pull the wire, like he was moving tapped. I've never seen it. He was punching, he put socks in my mouth. I heard my teeth cracking in my fucking, like when he was pushing the socks in my mouth, I was trying to bite down, yeah, like so he couldn't do it, and I could hear my teeth cracking because he's pushing and I'm trying to bite, you understand? And I was like, oh my, I thought I broke my teeth. I was so shook he broke my teeth, like bare things I was shook. I was thinking, he's this point man stamping on me, you understand? And I remember this was when that situation with DVS happened, when he just went to jail for the situation with that girl, yeah. And he said to me, I'm gonna do the same thing that DVS did to you, did to her, to you. And I was thinking, after I heard that, I just thought, Ash, the guy's tapped. Now these times, yeah, iPhone had just changed the way we slide. Like we used to, but if an iPhone, you used to slide it to unlock it, innit? Like you used to slide it. They just changed it to double tapping the fucking the button, innit? But there was 40s with it, you understand? And when I was doing it, I could not unlock my fucking phone for the life of me. I was like, oh my God, God, you have not got me. Like I managed, my phone dropped down my bed and I saw it and I thought, if I can just call my dad and leave it, he will, like, if my dad hears what's going on, my dad's going to pull up in seconds. I know that for a fact, do you understand? But I'm pressed and it's not unlocking, you understand? I'm thinking, oh my, the guy saw the phone, took the phone. He threw the phone at the wall, ripped the screen off the fucking... I've seen inside a fucking iPhone. I was like, oh my God. I was like, I'm gonna die. That's what I thought. I literally, for a second, I thought I was gonna die. And then I was like, no, your granddad won't let you do this. The granddad will not let you die. Granddad, whoever, there's someone looking over you, and I know it's my granddad, and I know it's my guardian angel. They ain't gonna let you get taken out like this. No way. You understand? They're not gonna let you. So I couldn't. When you break ribs, yeah. Oh my days! You see the pain, bro. When you breathe, it was, bro. My whole face was swollen. I can remember my jaw was fucked. My lip was bleeding. The guy picked up a knife. I grabbed the knife. He pulled it back. It sliced my fucking fingers. Oh my days! My whole real nail was all off. Like I was in tears. Like and smashed up my whole yard. Like it was fucked, you understand? And then he grabbed all this shit and left, and I had no phone to call. I had to go outside and flag a woman down to get her to call the ambulance. I was in fucking pain, bro. Like I just knew I was fucked. I looked at my face, my whole face was swollen. I was pissed, bruv. I can't lie, I was fucking pissed. Do you understand? Like I was fucked. I had to go and I moved out that house straight away. I went and stayed with my dad, and it was just after Christmas and just before my birthday, you understand? So it was like January times, I think. Was it no, I don't know when it was. It was just about, it was the end of the year or the beginning of the year. That's what I'm trying to say, basically. It was either like just after Christmas. No, because it was my birthday the next... Yeah, no, it must have been the end of January, yeah. So it was the end of January when it happened, because my granddad died in October. And yeah, right, and my birthday is the 10th. Right, yes. End of January, because my dad, because of what happened, my dad like made sure I had a really good birthday. When my dad came in, called my mum, because I only know my mum's number by heart, yeah. And I was like, send me dad's number. She was like, what's wrong? I was like, don't worry, because my mum lives in South, and I didn't live in South at the time. I lived in Essex at the time. I lived off the map for a while. Like, you know me, I went missing for a minute. Anyway, yeah, called my dad. My dad turned up, bro. I've never seen my dad look so upset in his life. Like, his whole face went bright red. He was so upset. He was crying and everything. Like, he was looking at me like, look at your fucking face. I had to go to the hospital. I had broken ribs. My face was fucked. My jaw was cracked. I had a fractured finger. I had to have stitches in my finger. I had to have my nail removed off of. Oh, it was horrible, and my ribs are still fucked to this day. Like, my ribs are still fucked. My whole head was swollen. It was peak. I couldn't eat because of the pain. Like, I was just fucked. Like, I was so fucked. I did go to the police. I can't even lie to anyone. Went to the police for that situation. Went to court. And he got found not guilty. And that's why I was just like, they told me because there was no cameras. Like, he literally messaged me saying, "LOL, did I hurt you so much that you had to snitch?" Or something like that. And I thought to myself, you see, people like you, there's a special place in hell for people like you, you know. There's a special place in hell for people like you. I never did you nothing. You know, like, if I did him something, I would hear it. I'm not going to say I was perfect, because I'm not perfect. But if I did something, like, I would hear it. You had a key to my house. I respected you. You was around my family. You understand? At Christmas. Like, are you okay? Are you okay? Like, and you chose to do me like that. Then it turns out in court, I found out so much shit. Like, he had been cheating on me this whole time. He tried to say that was the reason why I did this. He tried to say that it was self-defense why he did that. And I was trying to explain, even if it was self-defense, let's just say, the extreme that he's gone to, that is not self-defense. Do you understand? Like, self-defense is restraining me. Do you understand? Self-defense is maybe a 1-2, but look, I've got cracked ribs. The doctor's notes, it said, this is physically impossible for someone to have done this to themselves. Like, he was trying to say, I did it to myself. I inflicted them injuries to myself, so it looked worse on him. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was a big thing. I went to Snaresbrook Crown Court over it. Like, it was a big thing still. Can't lie to you, lot. And it was one of the worst experiences of my life. Like, people always say, oh, you can just leave, you can just leave. You can't. Like, there's certain times, yeah, when you're sitting there and you're like, I just left you. How the fuck did you worm your way back in this time? You understand? Like, how did you manage to worm your fucking ass back into my fucking life? They manipulate you to a new extent, bruv. It's mad. You will never understand it until you go through it. You understand? You will mentally, when they fuck with you, like, there's so many forms of domestic violence. Do you understand? There's so many. It's not just being hit on. Do you understand? Like, no, it's not just being beaten. It's not just that. It's mental shit, putting you down, calling you out your name. Like, do you know what I mean? All them things you know, I'm trying to make you feel bad for expressing. I'm telling you can't do this, telling you can't do that, telling you like who you can and can't be around. Do you understand? All them things, controlling. You understand? All of that shit is domestic violence, bro. Whether it's physical or mental, if it's not okay. You understand? It's not okay. It's not okay for someone to tell you you're not shit. Basically, oh, you look at you, call you you're fat. Like, that's all domestic violence. You understand? Like, people need to, and then they'll say, but what? I'm just trying to express myself. No, it's not what you say. It's how you say it. Do you understand? I can turn around and say, you look like a fat fucking bitch. Or I could say, I don't think that dress complements your figure. Same thing. Projected two completely different ways. Do you understand? So they'll try and use things as, oh, I'm just trying to express myself and be narcissistic and try and make you feel like you've done something wrong by expressing how you feel because of what they've done. They try to blame their actions on you. No, I've been through all of that, and I'll be damned if I go through that again. Do you understand? There's ways you can get out of it. It takes on average 8 times for a woman to leave, or a person to leave their abuser. Do you understand? That 8 times of trying, that's a lot of times. That's a lot of risks. Do you understand? Because domestic violence, people get killed. It's not a joke. People get killed, men and women. And it's not taken seriously with men at all. People think, oh, you're a man. Just because they're a man, it doesn't mean it don't hurt them. It just, you know what I mean? They're just a man. It still hurts them. They still have feelings. They still have nerves that fucking get affected. They get bruises, you know what I mean? It still hurts them. But it's not taken seriously because as women, we are not deemed as a threat. You understand? We're not deemed as a threat. So it's not taken as seriously. But it happens. Men do get abused by women. And women get abused by men, you know? Like, and I just hope that if anyone is going through domestic violence, you find a way out. You try and leave. It's going to take a while. It never happens straight away. So don't feel like giving up. You know, it takes a while. You can do it. You know, and don't make it wait until it's too late, because that it took me to get my ass fucking near enough beaten, well, nearly killed, for me to realise what the fuck, you know what I mean, what the fuck's going on. Like, come on, you can't live like this isn't okay. After I got my jaw broke near enough, well, it was cracked, my ribs were broke, like my face was swollen, I had black eye, a big fucking black eye, my eye was bloodshot as well, like I was heartbroken. Like, I was just like, why, how could someone say that they love me and they do this? No one that loves you will ever do that, and you won't understand it until you've been with someone that actually cherishes the fucking ground you walk on. Do you understand? Like, when you've been with someone that actually worships the ground you walk on, you sit there and look at them situations like, you fucking stupid bitch. Do you know what I mean? You stupid bitch. How did you allow someone to treat you like that? Do you know what I mean? And, you know, when someone like loves you, and you know that person loves you, like like, you know what I mean? Like, you feel it. You know what I mean? You know when someone loves you. Like, you know. It was a horrible situation. I've never been in anything after that like that. I had to do a lot of like court. It affected my life for a long time. Like, I had to go to. It took 2 years to get to court. Like, that was it. Like, things like that, people are crazy. Like, they try, like, nah, never again will I allow myself to go through that. Never again. That situation was fucking crazy. But sometimes the police, it's hard to prove domestic violence as well. You can't prove mental abuse. You can't prove mental abuse. You can prove physical abuse, but you can't prove mental abuse. And again, then again, it's your word against theirs. You understand? So I just hope that I've helped someone with my story. You can come out of it. I've come out of it. I've been in that situation, and I've left the situation. It did affect me for a long time. It does take a while to get over. Mentally, it was draining for me, but I did it, you know, and it took for something real bad to happen. So please don't ever wait for something real bad to happen for you to then leave. Try and find supportive friends. Try and find supportive family members. You know, especially when it's husbands and things like that, it's more difficult for women and men. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I helped someone. Like, comment, subscribe. Yeah, I love y'all. Fucks with y'all. Bye.